I grew up in Roxbury area. Along with out of the 16 siblings that I have, I'm number 15. It was a happy-go-lucky family. We all got along. My mother was a beautiful mom. She used to tell us, get your education, it's for free, and then you can go become anything you want to be. I would go to her and tell her everything. She was my best friend. My cousin came to me and he said, Norma, come on, get in the car. Something happened to your mom. When we got to the street off the street that my mom lived on, I couldn't get through because with fire trucks and all that. I went to look, and all I could see was them coming out of my household, out of the house that my mom lived in with my sisters. Was a long gurney with my mom's body, and then there was two small ones that came out, and those were my two nieces. Her and my two sisters' babies were taken by fire, and it took a lot out of me. I was in the hospital for maybe almost a month before I really realized where I was. And I had to learn how to cook, to clean, just to be independent again. It's a struggle. There's a lot of things I still forget. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes, but I knew that God had something in store for me. So if he didn't take me then, I knew I had to keep fighting. Gary was a lovable person. My kids and my family used to laugh at us a lot because they said we were like two kids in the playground. We were very sentimental when it came to movies. If it was something sad, my husband would sit there and cry with me. We would cry together watching movies. He was an awesome man to my children. I loved him with all my heart. We had just came from the birthday celebration, and my son was going out to go to walk some friends down the street, so I asked him to bring me some cigarettes back. And when I came out the door, there was a black truck that pulled up to the side of the house. It didn't say SWAT or anything on it, and they just jumped out in camouflage clothing and surrounded the house. They yelled at me to get down. I got down on the ground. I'm looking down, and I see my son being put into a car. The officers came into the house. They threw in stimulating grenades. And it's startled my husband, so my husband was getting up to see what it was. The officers told him to get down on the ground. When the cop stepped over my husband, when he tripped, his gun went off, and they were set on automatic. They hit him in the back of his head, hit him between the back of his shoulder blades, and hit him in the bottom of his spine. After Yuri passed away, things kind of like, it just overwhelmed me again. I mean, it seemed like everything I learned to love in my life was taken from me. I couldn't live in that house. I went to my sister's house and stayed with her for a little while. I isolated myself. There was just so much pain to it, it really tore me apart. When I came to Rosie's place, I just fit right in. You know, I looked around, I seen a lot of the women in struggles, and I kept saying to myself, wow, they're going through a lot more than I am.
It's always good to have legal service on that, so that way you know your rights on all the documents.
Rosie's place put me in with an advocate. I got a counselor that I talked with, and she told me, she said, are you homeless? I said, yes, I am. And she said to me, she said, well, welcome to Rosie's place. You don't have to be homeless anymore. I come here to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I socialize with some of the women, you know, let them know it's not as bad as you think it is.
We have cranberry, applesauce, mixed fruit, peaches.
I use the food pantry here at Rosie's. It's very helpful. I use it when I need it. Matter of fact, I got something waiting for me in the pantry now to bring home when I go home. I come to the Wellness Center for blood pressures, and they do acupuncture to help you to stop smoking, and they've been very, very helpful for me. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we walk with this group called Back on My Feet. I got to get up at least 5 o'clock, make it down here before 6:30, and we walk. It's supposed to be a 2.5 to 2 mile walk. it makes you feel like you're connecting with nature. Taking the public policy course at Rosie's showed me that I don't have to be afraid to knock on any door. So we went to train stations and bus terminals and had them sign petitions. Rosie's Place showed me how to write a letter for myself to present myself to an organization, learning how to ask for exactly what I need and willing to work with them to receive it. I'm feeling very hopeful, very hopeful. I have a lot of faith. I just feel happy. I do. I feel happy. A lot has been lifted off of me. This place made me realize that I'm not alone as I was thinking I was. I'll put it this way, Rosie's Place is like my mom, okay? I come to Rosie's Place, I'm coming to see my mom because it's my safe haven.